Yo, yo, yo. What's up? It is Kid Got Your Ticket, and this is episode numero.
The 3 and the 4, 34. The big
Episode 34 of hashtag Kgyt. And you know what? Before anything happens, I think we have to be grateful, right? Before we say, or we just continue talking and stuff, I want to be grateful. And I want to give shout outs to 2 cities that are constantly listening to us right now every time we do one of our podcasts. And I think it's only fair that we shout out your cities. We got listeners, a lot of listeners coming out of Columbus, Ohio.
Yay!
Right? So
kudos, baby. Keep it up.
Thank you for listening to us, guys. You guys are awesome out there. And if you guys want to go ahead and contact us by any chance, our email is podcast@kidgotyourticket.com. Just send us an email. Tell us what you guys want to hear us talk, and if you guys have any questions on anything that we actually say here on the podcast.
That's right. Pick our brains.
Send us an email. We'll read them. Or if you guys have like something nice to say, send us an email. If you have something bad to say, we're not going to read it. Okay, we're just going to keep going. And I want to give one more shout out to one more city, Norton Shores, Michigan.
All right.
Norton Shores, Michigan.
Yay.
Thank you for tuning in to Kid Got Your Ticket. We see that you guys are listening in, so thank you very much. And maybe next week we'll shout out a couple of more cities that are tuning in, or the countries that are tuning in, because we got listeners all over the world right now.
That's right.
And this is pretty amazing. So we're grateful, we're thankful, and we're creating dope content for you guys, right? This couple right here, right? This kid, right?
And this Kgyt.
This Kgyt, and you guys know that it's called Kid Got Your Ticket, because if you don't got the ticket, the kid's gonna get your ticket unless you see that kid and then you say, "Oh, wait a minute, I got the ticket," right?
And guess what? Today we got another ticket.
Right, we got another ticket, and it wasn't a police ticket or anything like that. It was just a ticket.
Our kid's ticket.
Our kid ticket. We got a ticket. Like
our family ticket.
Yeah, we discovered a new ticket, and I think you can get people's ticket with something that we discovered, and I think it's pretty dope. It's pretty cool.
It's pretty unique.
But where do we start with it, right? There's so many places we can start, and we can jump right into it. We can tell you guys what it is. But I think if we tell you guys the story and how it came alive, right? How the idea came alive, I think it'll be interesting for you guys to be able to hear it.
Right? I agree.
So we had company over.
That's right. We had company over. Some of the company was sitting on the couch.
Yep.
Other company was in the pool.
Yep.
Everybody was having a nice little time. It was less than 5 people, so
yeah. It wasn't. We don't do anything.
Exactly. We don't do anything crazy.
Nothing crazy, right?
And we were having a good time.
And now something that we like to do when kids are over, right? When we have kids over and stuff, hey, you know what? Let's go out for a walk, and there may be a dog walk or a bike ride or something like that. And you said, and the little kid was in the pool, and you said, let's go for a dog walk. And her first response to that was,
yay!
And once she finished saying that, there was thunder.
I said, man, but I think it looks like it's going to rain.
And she immediately went,
boo!
But then immediately after that, you went, but I think we'll be able to make it around the corner.
And she said, yay!
But it was just like simultaneously. And now she's what, in the second grade maybe?
She's in second grade.
Second grade. And it was just so perfectly timed that every time you would say something positive about the situation, whether it's raining or whether you're going to go out, she will say,
yay.
But if anything was like, but I think we might get wet because there's
any doubt or anything, boo.
Negative.
Yeah, anything negative.
But she realized what was negative and what was positive. Like right off the back, like she was able to. It wasn't like she was just saying yay or boo to whatever to anything. No, it was targeted to a positive statement or a negative statement, right?
That's right.
So that's what made it funny, because I started laughing. And we ain't paying no mind to it. And then then that night, or today in the day, right? We started talking. Man, we started talking about it, like how on cue she was, with it. Like,
That's right.
Like she was able to catch it. Like if you don't catch it, then it's not. It doesn't work.
Exactly. Yeah, because they can't say something negative and then 5 minutes later, boo.
It doesn't work. Like it's simultaneously. So we went ahead and we started talking, and one of us started saying something negative, and immediately the other person went
Boo.
So we immediately had to switch it to something positive. I was trying to find something positive so I can get the
Yay.
instead of the
boo.
But she was slick enough to understand when I was going to say something negative or positive to give me the reaction I didn't want.
Exactly.
Or I so looked forward to. Because nobody wants to get booed, right? When's the last time when was the last time you did something amazing that you got booed? It doesn't happen. And boo or being booed has been associated with failure, embarrassment, or failure or embarrassment.
That's it. That's enough to make you go boo.
But if you score a 3-pointer, what are people gonna say?
Yay!
If you block a pass,
yay!
But it's bad for the person whose pass got blocked, because then they're gonna get a
boo.
You see, so it's just been associated with either a negative feeling or a positive feeling. So instead of arguing
and fighting with your spouse or your kids, try the yay boo technique. That's what we should call it.
The yay and boo technique.
Or the booyay. The booyay technique. The booyay.
Booyay.
That's it.
Booyay.
The booyay.
Booyay technique, right? So we discovered the booyay technique, and our son today came out. He didn't want to come help us set up the table.
That's right.
And then he was like, well, you know what? I'm busy. What do I got to do this?
And we went, boo. And he went, like, immediately. He couldn't understand what was happening. And he went, well.
Why are you guys making fun of me?
I don't want to do it. Boo. Then he went, come on, stop. Boo.
But then, okay, you know what? I am going to help. Yay!
Yay! And then he got happy.
He got happy right away because but then we had to also explain to him what the rules were.
We had to, because he didn't understand.
At first
he was getting a little agitated.
He was getting upset. He thought we were kind of picking on him, but we
were.
We are in a positive way because he's gonna get the attention he needs, whether it's good or bad.
That's right.
But when it's bad, he's not gonna get the attention he wants.
Exactly, because we're saying boo.
Nobody wants the boo. Like when I said something negative, when and she went boo, I ain't like that.
Me neither.
It's not fun. It sucks.
It does. Even as a freaking adult.
Yeah, I don't want to get booed.
We're having pizza. Yay! We're having veggies.
We're gonna get fat. Boo. We're having veggies. Boo. We're gonna get ripped. Yay! You're gonna get healthy. Yay! It's a long drive. Boo. We're gonna have a lot of fun though. Yay! You see, so you got to try to find the positiveness in whatever you're doing. So like that, you kind of stay happy, you stay focused, and you stay in love, man.
Yeah, and we didn't say it that long because it's not something you could do all day either. It has to be
then it gets annoying.
Yeah, it has to be when like when those preteens start acting up, and you see all those hormones crossing.
Or you need to break
blood.
their thought process. Or that pattern.
Yeah.
Like Tony Robbins, he does a certain thing where he changes the pattern of thought that you have and associate something good or something bad. Well, this is something you guys can do even with your kids. If your kids are hey, Johnny, go pick up all your toys. I don't want to. Boo. Can you at least pick up one, Johnny? I can pick up one. Yay! Can you pick up two? Yay! Can you pick up three? Yes. Yay!
Can you pick up all of them? Yeah. Yay! The bigger the deal, the more they're going to want to reward you.
I don't want to brush my teeth. Boo.
I don't want to take a shower.
Boo.
Boo. I don't want to get up for school. Boo. Boo. I want to get up for school. Yay!
They're going to throw me in with a whole bunch of kids that may have the coronavirus.
Boo.
All right, son, you're not going to school. Yay!
But know what? We tried it. We're going to continue doing it.
Well, we'll let you guys know. How about if you guys try it and you guys let us know how you guys are doing it, how it works with your kids or with your spouse, right? Instead of arguing. Now, you can be, right, it can sound too sarcastic, even though it's very sarcastic.
Boo.
Like you can be so sarcastic, but you can be because the whole object of the exercise
is to change
to be very sarcastic.
Yay!
Except for the yay, because actually you're cheering and you're not being sarcastic. You're being honest.
Yeah, I'm saying yay. I like that.
Yeah.
I love you.
Saying
yay.
Boo, no, I don't like that.
Yeah. Instead of saying negative words like I don't like that, you're just saying boo. Like nobody.
Or you're being, then I'm saying, you're being mean.
You just go,
boo.
Boo.
You make me do everything, Mom.
Boo.
Because I don't make you do everything, right? Instead of saying, I don't make you do everything. Do you pay for this house? Do you sweep the floors? No, so cook? You don't do everything.
Do you bring the food in? Do you do the laundry?
Right? Instead of saying that, it's just boo. and kids don't want to get booed, especially by their parents.
And you know what? By the beginning of your first word, they've already checked out.
Yep. And kids want attention regardless, and even if it's a positive attention, such as yay. Kids want to get the yay. Kids don't want to get the boo.
And you know what? It makes you go for thoughts that are pleasant.
Yes.
And stuff to say that's pleasant and nice. Instead of saying mean things, you actually have to start looking for yays.
What was what was that experiment that they made with the dog? Who was it?
The
Pavlov experiment that, he would ring the bell.
And he would get food.
Yay. Ring bell. Yay. Hit a clicker, get hit. Boo.
Boo. Yeah.
So it's positive and negative reinforcement. And that's basically what you're doing without having to starve your kid to death.
That's right.
Deny him the food or the bell. Right?
Listen, I think the yays and the boos is a lot better than getting into a confrontation.
Yeah.
A verbal confrontation. And let me tell you something. You don't win with kids.
Yeah, because at that moment...
They're really smart.
You can be like, I'm going to be enacting the booyay system right now.
Yep.
Booyay. What does that mean, Mom? Every time you say something that's not positive, we're going to boo you.
And every time you say something negative, we're going to applaud you and say yay.
No, every time you say something positive.
Yeah, I said negative.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
And when you say something negative
boo.
Or mean, we're going to boo you. If you say something happy or positive, we're going to give you a yay. Because you can't treat them with candy all the time. You're going to get your kids fat.
That's right. Like we are right now.
Right? Don't do that. That's right. We are a little bit chunky.
Yay! Because I know it was good food.
Boo! But we're working on it.
Yay!
We're starting tomorrow.
Boo! But we're gonna do it. Yay!
That's right. You know what? Keep talking. I want to fix the camera a little bit.
Okay.
Because our podcasters.
So we're gonna actually go over a little bit of how we're planning on losing this weight. So we did throughout the quarantine gain a little bit of pounds. We went from working out a lot of days a week to actually being almost not non-existent, but we went from 5 to what?
We were working 5 days a week. We were doing cardio. We were doing weights, sauna, teaching karate, picking up kids from schools, taking them to the park, doing soccer with them in the park,
moving around.
We were a lot more active. And once the quarantine started, we stopped going to the gym. Gym's closed. We stopped teaching karate. We stopped picking up kids in schools. We stopped playing with the kids in the parks through our after-school program and our summer camp. And, a lot of things stops, and you become more...
less mobile.
You're not moving or walking as much, because how much were you walking at the clubhouse?
At least a couple of miles a day.
6,000 square foot place. You're walking from one end to the other constantly. You walk a lot. Plus... all the other walking you would do.
The dog walks.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know what? I'm going to go back on the dog walks with you.
And I think it's a good idea. And we have a little goal. We want to try to lose a certain amount of weight, hopefully by Thanksgiving.
I think we can. What's your goal?
My goal is to lose between now and Thanksgiving, which puts me in a little bit over a month.
Yes,
Probably
I think
about
it's what,
6 weeks.
6 weeks?
6 weeks.
Let's see exact.
Go for
So
it.
like that we can be accountable.
About 6 weeks. I want to lose about 15 pounds.
Okay.
And I'm saying 15 pounds because I think that the first week losing 5 pounds is very easy.
7.
7 weeks? Oh, then that's cake.
That's 2 pounds a week.
2 pounds a week, and that's actually the right way
The
of doing
healthy
it.
way of
The
doing
healthy
it.
way, because those pounds will stay off. But the first 5 pounds go by fast.
Yeah.
Because if you just change your diet a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
you change, not a little bit. You don't have to change your diet. You just gotta eat healthy, and stay away from sugar. Stay away from carbs, bad carbs. Stay away from sugary drinks and stuff like that. Just drink water and stay away from alcohol for at least a couple of weeks, and sweat a little bit. You're gonna drop 5 pounds in a week fast.
Oh, yeah.
But the last 10 pounds are the ones that are gonna go slow, and those can go at about 2 pounds a week. But if you kind of gain weight, to lose the weight, first 5 pounds that come off fast. But then the next ones are the ones that kind of take their time. They go slow. So I think by Thanksgiving, I should be back. I should have lost about 15 pounds.
That's good.
So let's see how it goes.
That's a
What's
good-
your goal? What do you want? What are you looking
I'm gonna
for?
try to go in the middle of that. I'm gonna go for
7.5?
9. Yeah.
9?
Well, the middle is 7.5, but I think I could do 10. If I do 10, I'll be
pounds?
happy.
That's about a pound.
You know what? I'm gonna go at half than what you're losing, because you're gonna
7.5 pounds.
Because I'm not. I don't think
That's
I could
easy.
demand myself that much cardio to sweat, and I need
That's
to
easy.
sweat.
That's easy. You can go in the pool.
Oh yeah, but it's getting colder.
Even better. Your muscles won't ache.
Today felt good.
Today we jumped in the pool. It was awesome. The water was nice and crisp. And this morning we went jogging because if we're gonna do something, we gotta start it off right away. Like yesterday we did a full body workout.
Yes, that was a good night, and I didn't want to do it, but you know what?
Because it was already late in the afternoon. It was late. It was like about 4:00, and we usually work out early in the morning.
Yes.
And it was like 4 something in the afternoon, and we're like, you know what? I said, let's just do it. And she was like, I'm tired. But then you came in, and we just started working out, and
We had a good time.
Listen, you never regret it.
No.
Once you finish the workout, you never regret it. It's getting to it.
Exactly.
You're like, I have to start warming up now or start working
It's
now.
the muscles that you know what? I was doing so good until the quarantine.
Yeah, we were both doing
Yeah,
great.
we both were. I pray that soon we'll have our home gym and go back to that, because I do miss like those HIIT workouts where you pa 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 pa, and then the next person goes in and pa 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 pa. Yay! I haven't heard any yay.
Because we work out with we usually like to do the HIIT program, high intensity training, and we hit different muscle groups just to get a good full body work. Because we never really bodybuild. That's not what we did. We just trained to be strong, fast, and be able to kick some ass, man.
Yeah, no, definitely.
That's how we worked out. Like we never worked out. Okay, I want to be a bodybuilder, because we don't have bodybuilder bodies.
No,
that's not what we're looking for.
I'm too old. Well,
it's not even.
I don't mean it that way, but I mean it as I could start bodybuilding now and probably get the muscle tone. I have the body for it.
Yes, but it's not something we did. Like,
exactly.
You would have to like one day you would just have to go in there and just kind of focus only on biceps. Like we never
biceps, shoulders, back. You have to be able to focus on those if you want them to get diesel.
But you would do a lot of reps for certain muscle groups and stuff like that. But how we worked out is that we would do like we would combine certain groups, and we wouldn't combine certain big muscle groups with small muscle groups, and we would do explosive work.
And we go for the burn for the cut.
Yeah.
Because that's what I wanted.
To get in shape and to feel strong, to feel...
Yeah, because I feel weak. I'm not going to lie.
Your core gets strong. It's just different working. And I would always like to train with the mentality of a fight. So let's say if I was doing leg extensions, I was actually feeling... I would pretend like I was actually trying to flip somebody over me as I was doing leg extensions.
Yeah, that's good.
if you put meaning behind your workout, it's always fun. I think
That's true.
it changes everything. So if you're doing bench press, you want to feel like somebody's on top of you. You want to push them off you. Mm-hmm. That's the way I thought. That's
good.
That's the way I would try to work out.
I personally think that's a great way of working out. We were getting nice.
Yeah, no.
We were close to the goal.
We were
now
close.
we're back at square one, but that's okay. Square one's always good to
the gains are so hard to attain, and losing the gains are so easy because basically you just gotta eat like shit and stay home, right? And then it's so hard to do because when the quarantine first started, everybody ran to the supermarkets, and we were one of the people that actually ran to the supermarkets to that night when we saw the first NBA game get shut down, when people were in the stadium and they got escorted out. We went to the supermarket, we bought our stuff, we came back, and then you have all these snacks at home because you kind of bought like for 2 or 3 weeks in case.
Yeah, because we didn't know.
Nobody knew that much of what this virus can be. So.
And then there wasn't food in the freaking fridge for a while.
There was food for a while.
Yeah.
And then, so what do? You have all this food in your house. You're kind of in a mini forced vacation.
And
so you eat.
And you're stressed.
Yeah, because you are stressed. So you stress eat even more.
And you don't know if you can buy food outside because you don't know if you catch it.
When you first started.
Exactly. So you're ending up eating all your cheese puffs. Guilty.
Remember when we first started going to Publix, when the pandemic first started?
I remember.
That we walked in there with our mask on.
Yeah.
And we ran into one of the parents who used to be a member of the Clubhouse, and when she looked at us and she laughed at us because we had a mask on. We were like, we ain't getting sick.
Well, that's what I call adult bullying.
And remember,
it's nobody's business if what I wear on my face.
Remember,
am I right or am I wrong?
No, it's true. Yeah, it's true. If you listen, if you don't want to wear a mask,
you don't have to, in my opinion.
Yeah, but now it's different. You shouldn't wear a mask if you're going inside indoors.
And I agree.
That's the store's policy. But if it's not the store's policy,
then
you have the right to go in there with a mask or no mask.
Yeah,
or not use the store.
And that's why I personally try to only go to stores that you do use a mask. And I personally stay as far as I can from people that I don't know or don't trust.
Because we don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So our supermarket, when we first started going there, they weren't allowed to wear masks.
The employees,
the cashiers.
They did pretty good. Nobody really got sick.
Nobody really got sick, but they weren't allowed to. And then all of a sudden,
they weren't allowed to wear masks or get sick. I'm just messing.
They weren't allowed to get sick either. Get fired. Because then they get everybody else sick.
And then there's nobody at the registers.
Nobody at the registers.
Yeah. Who started? You. You're fired.
China virus.
And you.
The
out.
China virus.
The China virus. Thing is tough, man. We're in some tough situations because school starts on Wednesday and Arsenal wants to go. But you know what? He's a freaking trooper.
Yeah, no. He's responsible enough that I know he will keep his mask on.
No, he's a trooper. He said, I'm wearing the shield too.
Oh, he said he's wearing
I said, I'm not wearing a shield.
He wants to wear the mask and the face shield that goes over.
He goes, and then I said, but papi, people are going to make fun of you. He goes, I don't care. I ain't getting the Rona. They want to get it. Good for them. And you know what? I think that's pretty dope.
Listen, whatever he wants to wear. He wants to wear that and wear the mask and the face shield on top. Go for it.
I agree. But he really wants to go. And you know what? We don't want to hold him back.
Yeah.
I think that we already told him.
The scary part is that. Go for it.
Go ahead, say the scary part, and then I'll see what I got him. What I hope it's a good
The scary part about this is that everything just opened up again. So the cases were going down because everything was in quarantine, and businesses were not completely 100% open. But now the governor just opened up everything. Everything is open now in Florida, and on top of that, first week of everything being open, and then next week all schools are going to be open.
I know.
And
on Wednesday.
So that's the scary part, is because they're opening up everything. And right before we shut down everything, didn't South Florida become one of the epicenters?
Yeah, no, we are.
During spring and summer.
Because we had spring break, that spring break thing.
So it went really high here. We put all these restrictions. Numbers went down. Now everything is opening up. So what's gonna happen in November?
We don't know. We don't know. And then school started. That online system that they wanted to launch did terrible. And after that they went terrible. They started scrambling on opening up the schools. They didn't like. I don't even feel like they're opening up the schools for the right reasons.
What do you think they're opening them up for?
I don't know. I think guinea pigs.
They want to see what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But New York opened up, and right now it seems to be pretty good.
Yeah, but they just opened up a week ago.
They opened up also staggered.
Yeah, but
one day,
not that staggered.
By Thursday, everybody was back. By Thursday.
That's not a big deal. So if it was me,
by Thursday, and today's Sunday. So it's only been Friday,
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday,
days.
Saturday, Sunday. 7. Some people have been there Monday. It's gonna be tomorrow. So some people have been there for 7. Oh, they started Thursday.
The last group went in Thursday.
Okay, so then there's been people that have already been there for 7 days.
I think from Monday or Tuesday, one of those days. I'm not.
Yeah, because Monday was a teacher planning day, but I don't know if it was.
Because it was Yom Kippur.
Okay.
So in New York,
Tuesday.
Definitely, yeah.
So it's 6 days.
So Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
And it takes the virus how many days for you to start not you, but someone getting the
4 to 5 days.
Yeah.
Sometimes 8. So right now, but of course, I assume the first week everybody keeps their mask on. Second week, 50% of the kids keep their mask on. Because those masks are coming off. By the 1 month in, they're gonna be doing them things like slingshots. Look, let me see if I can get it stuck on the light. Let me see if I can get it on the light. Teachers, boo! All the kids are, yay!
My goodness. I don't know. We're gonna find out. I mean, well, you know what? I'm gonna root for the team. I'm gonna root that nothing happens.
I think if everybody keeps a mask on throughout the day, if they keep their mask on, I think the numbers can stay low. The minute people get confident because numbers are not going up and they start taking off their masks. I mean, look what happened with Trump's cabinet.
Boo!
How many people got infected from that? And supposedly, just from the debate alone, 11 people came out with coronavirus.
How?
They didn't have masks on.
Is it that contagious?
It's contagious if they're indoors and they're talking to each other. Now, think about this.
But why is it not when it's outdoor? Well, we're not scientists, so we don't know. But I just don't understand what's the difference between the inside and the outside.
There was pictures of people like Chris Christie.
Mm-hmm. I know, but he was hugging everybody.
He was hugging everybody, giving kisses.
Yay!
He was having a party. It was a big get together, and
because it was a party.
But look at this. Supposedly, the president and his cabinet and his staff, they get tested
on a weekly basis.
So
who gave it to them? You think they contract tracing?
They were hugging and kissing with everybody there for a second. Now.
But they were outside.
They were outside, but then they do speak inside. His close cabinet, preparing for the speech.
Boo, right?
So
guys.
They get tested once a week.
So then they were confident.
They were confident. They're like,
so how did it get in?
It takes that one person. It takes one person
or
who's
you
speaking.
could test at that moment as negative.
Yes.
And you could still be brewing,
yep.
And then you expose.
Yeah, because we don't know if the minute you test negative and then you come out of there and that's an hour later, it becomes a live virus inside of you. But you just tested. And then all of a sudden, you're hugging and kissing everybody.
My dad. No, stop. He's doing good, though. He's doing perfectly
good.
Fine. And he's been here since Monday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has. He's good. And you get confident because you've been around these people since the pandemic started. I mean, they've been with him for at least a year, 2 years. They're part of his cabinet.
You know what? I don't think there's any way.
One person got in there and they got sick and it just spread across like wildfire. And if you don't have a mask on, now these are people who are taking their mask off. Granted, they get tested every week. But in schools, they're not going to be testing everybody every week. So by the time somebody catches it or they develop symptoms, the whole school can be infected.
But it hasn't happened in Georgia.
Hasn't happened
And they're
in
all
Georgia.
out. And I know that you said there's a lot less kids, which also makes
Remember,
sense.
there's 4 main school districts in the United States. You have New York, LA, Chicago, and in number 4th, Miami-Dade County.
When does Chicago open up?
I don't know.
Has it opened up?
I don't know. How's Chicago doing with that?
All right. That's something we should look into.
I've been keeping an eye on New York because they're close to us.
But only one school got closed down. It was a high school.
And supposedly a lot of the Hasidic Jewish schools are developing a lot of
but no deaths.
No deaths, but they're just getting a lot of cases. But supposedly they don't wear the mask, and they have. I don't know if it has to have something to do with the religion. I'm not sure. I just know that they don't like to wear their masks, and they just don't practice social distancing at all.
No, they don't.
They're like,
I've seen videos.
Yeah, they're just completely out there, no mask, no nothing, and I don't know if it has something to do with religion. I may be mistaken, but the Hasidic Jewish community, they're not very.
They're not following the rules.
They're not following the rules that well.
Okay.
So
well, then you don't follow the rules. You get.
So about
sick.
20 schools can be closed down, but a lot of them seem to be yeshivas.
So they tend to go to the same schools. They don't partake in.
No.
Exactly. Okay.
A lot of them are private and stuff like that as well.
And that's fine if you want to do that, and everybody's gun ho, and the parents are, and the kids are, and the school is. Then hey.
Yeah, but they have a lot of old folk in their families, like that's generational, man. They like their families have a lot of old people in them. Like a lot of families, and it's a community that
I know, but that's your decision.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. And if you don't if you don't believe in something, there's nothing that can make you believe it. And if you believe in something, there's nothing that can make you unbelieve it. Like if you genuinely believe it,
yeah,
like if that's your belief. And imagine if you're the only Hasidic Jewish that's the walking around with a mask.
Yay!
And everybody,
I'll be celebrating
and all his Hasidic community is looking at
boo.
He not being social. He's being antisocial. Boo. Get him out.
You are no longer part of us. Hey guys, listen. I'm gun ho for whatever you decide, but stay the heck away from me if you don't have your mask.
Yeah, man. For now, listen.
That's it.
Listen, even the New England's quarterback Cam Newton got the coronavirus right now. That's the first one in the NFL that gets it.
And there was a whole bunch of other ones on that team.
But they're not in the bubble. They're not like in a bubble like the NBA is. Of course, they do play outdoors.
Yay! That's a positive.
But they can't wear a mask because they have a helmet on.
Boo! How the heck are they gonna run with masks?
They can
How
run
do
with
you
masks.
breathe?
Those guys are elite athletes. Those guys can run with masks. They practice with those things.
Why don't they just put the mask on and then cut a little hole?
Well, actually, they can't because a lot of those dudes need oxygen when they
They'll
come.
die,
They're
baby.
like the big ones, those linebackers, and those guys sit on the sidelines in between their breaks,
With
and you see
oxygen,
them with
probably.
oxygen on.
How do you think they're gonna be if they have to wear a mask?
Those men are big. They can't wear masks.
They'll die.
They can't wear a mask.
That's oxygen deprived. Walking around and being a nurse,
them dudes can do
they
it.
can wear that all
Too
day because
big.
they're not running.
They require too much oxygen.
The body will die.
Yeah, they can't do it. If you're playing a sport, all right, and you need oxygen when the offensive team is going out, and you're sitting down and you have to put on an oxygen mask. You see it all the time with these big dudes.
And then you're gonna tell me I have to wear a mask?
Yeah, man. I'll be like, that's it. I'm gonna
Conchale.
die.
That's it.
Today's my last game.
Boo!
And then if you wear an oxygen mask, what are people gonna think? Does he have COVID? Because he needs oxygen.
Boo! But so then what are the So NBA's in a bubble.
They're in a bubble.
NFL is not.
Not in
Why?
a bubble.
They
don't
chose
know.
not to,
I don't
or
know.
they just felt that because they're in outdoors and they train outdoors.
That's what
it's
I
okay.
think. I don't know. I haven't followed up on any of these stories, but that's what I think. I figured they feel that since most of their games, a lot of the games, almost all the games are in outdoor stadiums.
Yeah, especially now it hasn't gotten cold yet.
That's totally fine.
Interesting.
You know,
But they're
Now they
top
do
of the
have
notch.
face shields.
Then
A lot
they-
of them do have face shields on their helmets.
Then maybe they should make them have facials all the way down.
They should all have face shields.
Mm-hmm.
They can all play like that if they don't want to be inside of a bubble. See, the NBA, they gave them a bubble and they had to just stay there. Their family couldn't come or anything. And then I think they allowed their families to come in.
Testing, I bet you.
Tested,
Yeah,
yes.
because
And then they had to stay in the bubble.
I
And
would
they
stay in
couldn't
the
leave.
bubble with you.
Yep.
Hell yeah, even better. You can't cheat on me.
They couldn't
every
do
other city we go, every other video, no matter where I go, they'll see the same one.
I'll see the same one.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, man, you can't.
No, yeah.
No cheating. Sorry, honey.
Yep.
Not this season.
Not this season.
No babies this season.
No extra.
No extracurricular activities.
No extracurricular activities for you guys.
After school program. Cut.
You don't have to pay no child support this year.
I just saved you. I saved you a lot of money on your car insurance.
I saved you a lot of money for the next 18 years. Thank you, coronavirus. Because you know how much child support these guys must pay every so often?
Every so often?
That's your kid.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So, absolutely. But you know what? No lies between you and me. The going back to school has been a little stressed.
Yeah, it's been stressful
I'm not gonna lie.
because you get nervous with it, man. You know, it's like they told you you couldn't operate your business. They told you that you were going to die. But let's open up. But it's like he has to open up, the governor. Like he opened the Florida, right? Mm-hmm. But like you said, it's a double-edged sword. If he doesn't open up, businesses, people are going to starve, they're going to die. But if he opens up, businesses survive, but people are going to die. So people are going to die regardless.
It doesn't matter what you do. Close or open. The problem is that now there's going to be a lot more.
Now there's going to be
Which
cases
is a big boo.
unless everybody starts wearing masks and they're strict about it
But it's
indoors.
not that hard. If you don't feel good, stay home. If you're coughing, stay home.
But now you can't even cough. So we had a pest control person come in to our house to do a check, right? And he's got his mask on inside our house, and we have our mask on too. And all of a sudden he starts clearing his throat. And simultaneously, you and I, we just stepped back immediately, and he caught it right away. Right? We kind of just went, whoa, like, why are you coughing like that, right? But it wasn't a bad cough.
No, he didn't cough at all. He just cleared his throat.
Yeah, and
Twice. A whole bunch of times.
And then he just started coming up with excuses of why his throat was itchy because he's under this new diet plan and he's drinking a special shake.
You see? That's freaking Rona.
People can't cough anymore. No. Listen, if you cough now, people are going to look at you weird like this person is sick.
No, we're like mentally scarred. Like this thing messed up a whole bunch of us. It didn't mess up just kids. It messed up kids, old people, middle-aged people, the young kids don't give a hoot. They don't care.
They're invincible. They're invincible right now. They really... just think about it. When you were that age, you were invincible. You were going to live forever.
Oh, yeah. And then you hit the 40s.
You're like, how did I get here? I got here really fast. What the fuck?
No, it took a time.
It took time?
Yeah, I feel like it did. I feel like we've done a lot in our lifetime.
Yeah, we've done
for 40 years.
We've done a lot.
And I think that we've learned how to become adults. Not everybody's an adult.
Not everybody's an adult. Holy shit.
Not everybody. You said that was hilarious. It's like
everybody.
A bag of bricks fell on your head. Wait a minute.
Yeah, no, not everybody's an adult. But we learned to be adults. We became adults fast through SKC and the Clubhouse and running the business and down here in South Florida. And I think we're looking forward to a new chapter in our life, and you know what, we're gonna keep you guys updated through this podcast and through this medium on everything we're doing along the way, so you guys can see the journey. And I hope you guys are joining us from all over the place, joining us in this journey.
Did you tell them the good news about our vans?
Oh, that's right. So we just got rid of our last 2 vans that were part of the Clubhouse. We were able to liquidate them, and so we are vanless right now. That's cool. Now
Until we get a bus.
Yeah, that's what we want to get now. We want to get a bus and transform it.
We're gonna share that, right?
Yeah, we will share that on some video vlogs that we start doing, and we're gonna be getting a bus, fixing it up, and then using it as our RV. And I've seen some bus conversions. These things are dope. They have kitchens, floors. You can put a bathroom. You can put a dryer and a washer.
Yeah, it's gonna be a full RV.
It's like an apartment.
Yeah. On wheels.
On wheels.
And we're gonna paint it up really nice with Kgyt, so you might see us in your area.
Oh, that's right. We're gonna put Kgyt on it.
Because it's gonna be a Kgyt.
And then we'll run the podcast from there as we travel and we do our outings. Of course, it's not we're not gonna sell our house and just go and live in a bus. No, that's not the plan. No. We're gonna have our house, and we're gonna get a bus, and then we're gonna use that bus to go ahead and travel. But we gotta get the bus fixed first.
Exactly, we have to buy the bus. We're not even there yet. That's just a nice little goal that we have.
We have a little
Let
goal.
me ask you a question. Are we able to drive into Mexico from the United States?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, I don't know if there's restriction now or there aren't. However, my question is, if we were to have a bus convertible, can we drive out there?
You can drive from here to South America, technically.
Wow, that's pretty dope.
It's scary. I would be scared.
You would?
Yeah. I don't. Because you're going through some tough countries, man. And
well, not South America, but imagine like Cancun, like whatever's in good areas.
Yeah, but to get to Cancun, you got to go through all the bad parts.
Do you? I didn't know if Cancun was like Texas, where you can kind of pass through a nice area and then
No, you got to go through El Paso, I think, or if you're going through California, then that will be like.
Oh my God! Yeah, you're passing through Tijuana.
Through Tijuana, that's one, and then outside of Tijuana, you got these like Juarez and all these other cities. No, you know what? To go to Mexico, I would say I would just fly there.
So everything would be So that bus is gonna be so that we can go local.
North America.
North America.
Yep.
Because I want to go to Canada through it.
We can go to Canada. We can go to Alaska.
Really?
Yeah.
Where's Alaska? On what side? Eastern or western?
West.
The west is part?
West, northwest of Canada.
Okay. By
Yep.
By Seattle, Portland.
Remember when Pollock started the 5th grade, that teacher said that she had just driven back from Alaska?
Yes.
Yeah, she went through Yellowstone Park. She crossed over. Yeah, you just crossed the country. Yellowstone Park. And then you keep going up to Alaska. And the best time to do it is throughout the summer.
You know what? This year, not
next year.
Yeah. 2021. That should be our goal for the summer.
To do a nice trip like that.
To get a bus, convert it, and then do the trip.
Yeah, I'm so down for that.
And then if the kitchen's there and everything, we don't even have to stop and eat.
No, we just buy food along the way and we cook.
And I cook it.
No, absolutely.
Make it in the bus.
Absolutely. I think that is... Listen, I'm down for that. Like, I'm actually looking really forward to get like a 76 passenger school bus, transform it into convert it into it's called just bus life. #bus life. We're going there. We're gonna be doing that.
I'm excited about that. That's one of the things I'm excited about.
Really excited.
One of the things, because we're doing some really dope things.
Yep. And the podcast, of course, is going to continue. We like doing this. We enjoy talking to our audience. We enjoy talking to you guys, and we enjoy, giving you guys some of the stuff that we think about and some of the experiences we've been through, and like with the booyay technique or system that we came across
with it. And soon we're gonna be developing it, and maybe we could do like some little teaching them, because hey, listen, a lot of people don't know how to decipher negative and positive, or the mind is very hard at breaking those habits, and maybe we could teach some techniques and teach people how to learn the booyay technique.
The booyay technique. Booyay. So #booyay. Let's #booyay today on this episode, right? And if you see something positive or negative, right? Booyay. #booyay. Kid got your ticket. I've been hashtagging KGYT. So if you guys click on that,
you'll see us.
#us, guys. Follow us on our Instagram page, Kid Got Your Ticket. Of course, our YouTube channel where you can watch the video version of this podcast.
That's right.
It's
And
called
comment,
Kgyt.
guys. Share, man.
That's right.
Share us. Give us those thumbs up. Give us those yay.
And if you guys want to get in contact with us, send us an email. Our email address is podcast@kidgotyourticket.com. You can send us a comment. Tell us what you guys want us to talk about. If you guys have any questions of any of the stuff we speak about on the podcast,
or ideas, so that we could give you your perspective of what we think about your thought.
And if you guys want a shout out, and we'll give you guys a shout out, just send us a private message or like one of our Instagram posts on Kid Got Your Ticket, and we'll give you guys a shout out.
That's
for
right.
sure.
Absolutely.
And we're also looking into bringing in some guests as well into our podcast. Right. And, some guests, I feel like you will have more stuff to talk about than I would.
Yay.
And then some guests, I'll have more stuff to talk about than you would.
Yay.
Right? And we know some pretty interesting people. We know some pretty cool people that I think would be great if we can bring them in and speak with them and just talk like we're talking here.
Absolutely.
Because the people
But they wouldn't come in. We would have to
you can sit right there in the couch.
Through circulating air?
Do they have to wear a mask? Or do they get checked for free with the swab over here at the testing center before they come?
I think we should all get tested.
We can all get tested.
And why is it free? It's not free.
I heard it was free. I don't know if it's free or not. I heard it was free. But it's a swab, the one inside your mouth. It's not.
Which is not the one that goes all the way up to your sinuses.
It doesn't go up to your sinuses. You heard about that lady who they punctured her brain with one of the swabs, and she was leaking brain fluid down her nostril because they went too far up, and they actually.
How do you stop that?
But it was in Australia, right?
I don't know.
It wasn't here.
I didn't read the whole story, but how do you stop? Oh, poor lady.
How small was her skull, though? Do you think she was? Did she? Now, we all think, okay, that happened to this person. They touched her brain, and you don't feel it. Do you feel somebody touch your brain? No, right? I mean, I saw Hannibal Lecter, and he cut the guy's.
The law of averages, man. Somebody's gonna get that. That's crazy.
So look at the president. He gets tested every week. He's never gotten it.
He freaking got it.
The UFC fighters are getting tested. I don't know how many times before they fight. In the bubble, the basketball players, they're getting tested. Cam Newton, he just got the coronavirus from the New England Patriots. That means he was getting tested on a weekly basis as well.
But you know what?
That's the first story we hear about.
I read, and at least the strain that's out there now is not as deadly as the one that started. And I think that's why. And a lot of the procedures and practices that they're doing are a lot better equipped to make sure that people at least try to not have to go on ventilators because they catch it fast enough, and they're starting with steroids, and they're kind of bubbling you up by the time you get into the hospital.
They know more now.
Exactly.
But I want to know what cocktail the president got the minute he got to the hospital.
I'm telling you, it's that high vitamin C, man.
He's got that. And
intravenously.
I wonder if he got hydroxychloroquine.
Yeah, I bet you he did.
I bet you he got it.
That guy you follow that used to be a fighter.
Oh, Brendan Schaub.
He did it.
From
what he did exactly. Yeah, he did exactly what we said.
But they asked him. You know what the funny thing is that they asked him, what are your political affiliations? Because if you're from the left, you're gonna say no to hydroxychloroquine.
I wouldn't.
But if you're from the right, you're most likely to be on Trump's side and take the advice of if taken early hydroxychloroquine, supposedly it works. And he said off the back, yeah, let me get that shit.
I get it.
I don't give a fuck. If that's the best outcome at first, yeah, I'm gonna take it. It's not.
Yeah, so thankfully,
because people get too far left or too far right, man. It's too freaking crazy.
Yeah, you have to you have to think with your brain.
Gotta see what works best.
But you know what the thing is? This is another thing I would like to talk about in a podcast that I think people would be really interested in.
Talk about it now. What's up?
Emotion and logical. And being logical and being emotional. When it has to deal with you and being able to help yourself physically, you really have to think about this logically. You can't think about where your emotions carry you, that you're going to go ahead and harm yourself because emotionally you've wrapped into something. No, do what's best for your body at that moment. I think. Yeah. And I think that men are very logical. Sorry, but it's true.
And women are
emotional. And women are very emotional. And we think with our hearts and men think with their brains.
And if you're a man and you try to and you're gonna try to think emotionally, women and men both think logically and emotionally.
Absolutely.
But we tend to think a lot more logically most of the time, and women tend to think more emotionally most of the time. Do you guys think logically? Absolutely, because there's been many times when I'm like, no, that makes a lot more sense what you're saying. And it had nothing to do with emotional.
No, because
you made it logical.
Because maybe for me it wasn't emotional. So I'm
logical.
able to think, there you go. That makes sense. We came up with another point.
Because I don't think I can only think logical.
No, but...
Because I think sometimes some fucked up things.
Boo.
Boo. That idea was too emotional. Boo.
Yeah, but you know what I'm trying to say is, it all depends. Yeah, you're right. It all depends because I can be very logical about a situation that I don't really... Not that I don't care about.
That I can only think about it emotionally.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
Yeah. So that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
So now you know, guys, you think emotional and logical. And when you feel like you're going down the rabbit hole, see what's going on.
You see, you can't be too far left or too far right. It's like you cannot be completely logical or completely emotional. You have to be a little bit of both. And if you're left or the right, if you're too far right, you're gone. If you're too far left, you're gone. You got to think a little bit of both. You got to be in the middle.
But isn't everything that? Isn't everything balanced?
I think there's a huge population right now that's just...
Not
right
balanced.
down the middle. Right down the middle.
There is a huge population.
And everybody's trying to say that the right has the silent majority. No, I think the silent majority are the ones that play right in the middle, where they're so undecided. They're like, yeah, I like the right ideas and I like the left ideas a little bit. I like them both.
Why can't we like salt and pepper?
But I don't like all of the right ideas and I don't like all of the left ideas. And I think that right there is the silent majority right now.
You know, you're absolutely right. You know why? Because I have friends that I've been reading that were more Democratic or liberal, but they were still supporting Trump. Mm-hmm. And then after these debates, everybody's kind of stepping away and saying, I don't even think I'm going to vote.
Listen, I think with the debate that happened...
And... That sucks because
they mentioned a group, and I don't know if they did it on purpose, because prior to the debate,
nobody knew about them.
Nobody knew about this supposedly militia or supremacist group called the Proud Boys, and I never even had heard of them.
Me neither.
Until Joe Biden mentioned them and Trump acknowledged them.
Why would they acknowledge them and the other one?
They just created the counterpart to the BLM movement, to the Black Lives Matter movement. Is that what they were doing? Because Joe Biden is the one who brought it up. Why would he bring attention to it?
And then why would?
But it was so well planned because Trump said, "Go for it. Name me who do you want me to condemn? Name me the group." And the one that snuck the word in there was Biden. He said, "Proud Boys." I never heard of them.
Me neither. Now they came to light.
Now
they're born.
They were born. At that moment, they came to life. You're right.
They became famous.
They became famous.
Like a freaking singer.
You see that?
Before she hits her rock stardom.
It's like a comedian wanting to be on the Johnny Carson show back in the days. They knew that if Johnny Carson gave them that nod of approval, they were going to make it.
They made it.
And they made it. And everybody was looking for that nod of approval. And the nod of approval, or the birth of the Proud Boys, came from Joe Biden.
That's crazy.
And acknowledged
by the
president. And then the media the next day, both the right media and the left media, both just wouldn't stop talking about it throughout the whole social media, through the news.
I haven't even looked into it.
So now you got this supremacist group that people call racist, or like a white supremacy group that was born to life that nobody even had heard of.
Oh, we've moved on from the KKK?
Yeah. Oh. But people are saying that they're like the KKK. But again.
But just fatter.
Look, now we're talking about them too. And
I haven't even heard about them. I mean, I heard about them, but I haven't given them any attention.
But you heard, I haven't looked them up. I haven't done anything. But again, Like,
Yeah.
I haven't looked up the Black Lives Matter.
Me neither.
It's just been pushed on me.
Yeah. And a lot hard.
Yeah, it's been.
And now this was being pushed hard.
Now this one's gonna be pushed hard, and now you're gonna have Black Lives Matter fighting Proud Boys Matter. I mean, Proud Boys Matter. These Proud Boys matter too.
Oh my goodness. So it's like Voltron. Who was Voltron's fighter? Who did Voltron fight? Galactical people?
Yeah, you fight a whole bunch of people, I think. Yeah.
Okay, so it's like Transformers.
Yeah.
The Decepticons and the Autobots.
Yep. But
well, guys.
Yep.
It was an awesome night.
It was a great.
There was
talk
a
with
lot
you
of
guys.
stuff that we talked about.
Yep.
Haven't seen you guys in a bit, but we're coming back
Remember,
strong.
guys, hashtag Kgyt is the hashtag, and now we got a new hashtag called booyay.
Booyay.
Booyah. So hashtag booyah, and we should make a T-shirt that says booyah.
That would be dope.
Booyah. Right? All right, guys.
The Booyah Project or the Booyah
The booyah movement.
movement?
Booyah.
Yep. We're
All right,
gonna
guys.
make it a movement, guys. Let's make it a movement. Make it a movement.
Yay!
Make it a movement. Make it a movement.
The
All right,
booyah.
guys. Boo yeah.
Booyah. All right, guys. I'll see you guys on the next episode.
next one.
Peace.
Peace.